Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this fine Saturday morning. I hope everyone's having a great morning, and we just want to welcome you to Pillow Talk Lounge. I'm James Green, and this is my lovely wife, Cynthia.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? I'm telling you, I'm looking out the window here and it just looks like a beautiful, beautiful day outside. So I'm excited about getting out there because, y'all, I've decided I'm staying home today. I'm not leaving my house. I might ride with James to take the dog to his grooming, but other than that, I don't plan on doing anything today but relaxing.
And and this is just a great day to enjoy. This is a day that the Lord has made, and this is something we don't take for granted because, each day is a blessing.
That's right.
So we just want to treat this day as a blessing and just enjoy it.
That's right. So what you guys doing this morning? What are y'all doing today? And y'all know my favorite question, like, what'd you have for breakfast? What did y'all have for breakfast this morning? This show used to be called Breakfast with the Greens, and now it's called Pillow Talk Lounge with the Greens. So, we still have our traditional Saturday morning breakfast. Again, I always tell you guys, if somebody posts in the feed, in the comments, in the chat, what James and I have for breakfast and get it right, you're going to get a prize. You'll get a prize. All right.
So we just want to start by saying this is a great weekend.
Yes,
we had a great week, a wonderful week. We were on vacation
last week.
Yes. So now it's coming to this weekend, and this weekend is a very special weekend for us.
It is. But let me tell you about vacation real quick first too. So we when we got married, James said that every year we would do something for our anniversary, do a trip for our anniversary is what he actually said. And then later on in the years, we decided one year we'll travel out of the country and the other year we would travel inside these United States. So this year was our year to travel within the United States. So we went to New Mexico.
Right. And I know a lot of you are probably saying, New Mexico, what's out New Mexico? But the key thing is we're trying to hit all 50 states together.
Yep.
That's what it is. We're up to about 35, 36 or so. And we're just trying to get them all together. That's like just going out and enjoying life. We talk to other couples and we say the key thing is make sure you enjoy each other. You enjoy each other's company and you just enjoy life together. So this is something that we decided to do, to try to go to all 50 states together.
Yes. And so we went to Albuquerque. We had an amazing time, you guys. I had so much fun with my honey. We did so much. I mean, I can't even explain everything we did. But I do want to ask y'all that. Do we have any Breaking Bad fans watching today? Because y'all, I did the Breaking Bad bus tour. James decided to drive around in a car and hit a lot of the Breaking Bad spots. But that was a lot of fun.
Right. And that was only because when you do the tour, they don't stop. I got a chance to stop, get out the car, walk up to the places and take a picture.
Whatever. You all he did was walk in front of the building and take pictures, and we sat on the bus and we were able to take trolley. It was a trolley.
I went inside to the chicken
place.
Right. Which is now a burrito place. I didn't buy anything. I should have. But it's like a burrito place now. It's called Twisters in Albuquerque.
But that was a lot of fun. Yes. So, we went on our anniversary trip a little early because we have our conference coming up, y'all. Yes. We're going to tell you about it real quick, but we'll tell you more at the end. So our conference is in 2 weeks, couplesfestexpo.com, couplesfestexpo.com. You guys, we got some special discounted anniversary tickets on sale this weekend. Plus, we're giving you a special bonus gift. So anyone who gets their tickets this week get a free coaching session with us, and you get an invitation to our private after party. So get your tickets this weekend, you guys. We're not offering this after this weekend, and I just want to say that up front. But because we're celebrating this weekend, so this weekend, tomorrow,
right,
September 8th, we're celebrating 17 years being married.
This is our 17th anniversary tomorrow. Yes.
And y'all see my earrings? What they say? What can you see them? Oops.
We probably cannot.
Oh, because of the screen.
Right.
Anyway, they say love. I wore these love earrings in honor of my hubby and my anniversary. So tomorrow we're celebrating 17 years of marriage. And I just want to share with you guys real quick. James didn't know I was going to share this, but we know that because of the work that we did before we got married, like we took getting married serious. And because of the work that we did before we got married, we know that that's why
Right.
we have a passion to help other couples and why God chose us to help other couples.
Right. And I know it's important, to the women about the wedding. But when you look at the overall picture, it's not about the wedding. It's about after the wedding. It's about the two of you. I know the wedding is great, and I do not take away from that. But it's about doing the work to make sure the wedding doesn't go to waste. Because you figure couples that have a great wedding and then end up getting divorced.
Spend $100,000
Right.
on a wedding.
And then when they end up getting divorced or end up having issues, where does that leave the wedding when they depart?
Right.
So if you do the work and put in the work, then the wedding is actually worth it because now you're enjoying each other. You're doing things together to make sure you stay together. That's why we invented Couples Fest. Couples Fest is important because it allows you to gain the knowledge on the things you need to do to stay together, to make that marriage a marriage that's truly built to last. We have speakers come in. We have things. We have fun, like a date night. But I call it like couple skill building. It allows you to have fun together and learn how to do things and work together. But then when you have the speakers come in the next day, they actually drop nuggets. They actually teach you the things you can incorporate in your marriage, in your relationship to make sure that you stay together. I mean, even though we've been together tomorrow 17 years, we still go to marriage conferences and take notes because we always feel you can learn. You can learn more things about not only each other, but what to do in your relationship to make sure that you have that strong bond and make sure that you build on what you already have.
Right. And also, what do you always say about work in your marriage, babe?
Well,
it can be what?
It can be fun.
Yeah.
Marriage is
work. Say work can be fun work.
Right. Marriage is work, but it can be fun work. That's what I always say. Because you can't look at it as, I got to put in this work to make sure we sit here. No. Look at it as positive. See, people look at work as negative. Just like a regular 9 to 5, you go to work and people sometimes dread going to work. I got to go to work. They incorporate that into their marriage. I got to find work to do to make sure we stay. No, look at it as fun. Look at it as happiness. Make sure you have fun when you're putting in that work.
And I want to say, I forgot to say this at the beginning, but if you're watching this on the replay or right now, hit the share button and share this video because somebody needs this. Somebody needs Couples Fest. Somebody needs to hear of the great things that you can do to have a great marriage because it does not have to be hard. Marriage doesn't have to be miserable or sad. And that reminds me, today I told you we're going to talk about some things going on in the news, right? So I really wanted to talk about this whole Judge Mathis thing. How many of y'all heard about what's going on with Judge Mathis and his wife? So Judge Mathis' wife applied for a divorce. It was all over the news.
After they've been together for years.
33 years, I think. And so everybody was talking about it. And I was saying, wow, Judge Mathis, he gives everybody all this great advice. What in the world happened? So then I read an article saying Judge Mathis is determined to get his wife back. And people were ridiculing him and giving him a hard time. And, yes, we can say he should have did what he was supposed to do to keep her. But, guys, sometimes the busyness of life can get to us. Mm-hmm. And we're so busy, in our career, which was part of his problem. He put his career before his wife, and he kept promising her he was going to do better and that when his TV show was over, they were going to get back to them. And when the TV show was over, what did the people do? The people, when you're famous, everybody pulls on you. Right. So they started putting him in commercials, and he still was busy. And he did not prioritize his marriage. But now I believe that any marriage can have a turnaround. Right. And so if the man is determined to get his wife back, he can do that. Right. So I do want to say this, and I'm going to let James talk. Tell us some of the things that you think Judge Mathis can do to get his wife back.
Right. And I say kudos to him for trying to fight for his marriage, for trying to make sure it works. Because we always say, is it, if they say irreconcilable differences, is it truly irreconcilable is it really nothing you could do, to get it back? Even the pastors say, your number one ministry is your spouse. Because, pastors are busy. Pastors counsel people. Pastors have to prepare for their sermons. Pastors do a lot to keep the church running.
Yep.
But what do they always say? Even though I do this,
pastors say it.
Even though, I do this, pastoring a church, my number one ministry is my spouse. And maybe Judge Mathis looked at it like that, saying, I know I've done a lot, but now it's time to put my priority back into my family, back into my wife.
Right.
Maybe I neglected that for a little while, and that's maybe why she wants to file for divorce. I don't know all the details about why she filed. But if that is the case, there's nothing wrong with him fighting and putting all of that show business and all that business aside and focus more on his wife.
Yeah, part of the reason why she filed, because, of course, you don't never know the whole story, and you don't know both sides of the story, was because she felt neglected. She felt like he put his career first, and he promised her that when his TV show was over, his judge show, that he was going to start spending more time with her, and I guess putting her first. She didn't use those words, putting her first, but that's basically what she meant. And then, like I say, when it was over, he was still busy, because you see him in TV commercials. The man,
you see him on award shows.
He's everywhere. And so, but sometimes we the business of life, sometimes it's our children that we put first. A lot of times it's us, we women, we put our children first, and our marriage takes a back burner. And it happens in life, like James said. It happens to pastors because they got all these people that they're shepherding in the church.
And you think sometimes, baby, even men, they feel like, I got to provide for my family. So they go out and start working hard, working maybe 2 jobs, working all the time. And they feel like, I'm not neglecting you. I'm out there working so I can provide for you. But that still doesn't take away the fact that even though you're out there working, you're not spending enough time with your spouse.
Right.
And that is the key. And that's something we always talk about, time, something you can't get back. So you have to make sure you put in that time.
So one of the things that I think Judge Mathis can do to repair his marriage is first sit down and talk with his wife and find out exactly what she wants from him. You got to have a conversation about it first. Don't just start doing stuff, because he could start doing stuff and it's not the stuff that she wants him to do.
And that's things we always say, to have that communication, to talk about, okay, what do I need to do? What can I do?
What does he need to do to fill up her love tank? Right.
What do you need from me? Or maybe ask a question, what have I not been doing that maybe I should start doing? We know other couples out there that he says, well, she hasn't been doing this or he hasn't been doing that. But have you told them what that person needs to do?
Right.
You can always say, well, this person hasn't been spending enough time with me. This person hasn't been talking to me. This person hasn't been letting me know how they feel. Well, have you told them? Have you talked to them and said, I need you to express your feelings. Tell me more of how you're feeling. Or I need you to talk to me and tell me, what am I not doing? What do you need? Yes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with asking, baby, what do you need? What can I do?
What can I do, baby, to make things make you happy?
You're already doing it.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. But no,
so hold on. Let me say, but the thing is that I shouldn't. Well, let me put it this way. She's asking me, what do I need you to do? There's nothing. And I would tell you if I felt you're not doing anything. And that's what the key is. Tell them if you feel they're not giving you what you need or they're not doing what you need them to do. There's nothing wrong with telling them, even though that person can ask, baby, is there anything I can do? Is there anything you need? If they don't ask, there's nothing wrong with you telling them, baby, I think I need this. And I think you should start doing this. Let them know.
But let me say this too. I think that she did tell him, but I'm not sure that she took a moment and sat down on the couch with him or across the table from him or out to dinner with him and say, babe, this marriage is going down the wrong road. I'm not happy. Right. I'm not fulfilled. You've broken all of your promises. We need to talk about what we need to do to get this marriage on track. I don't know if they had a real honest heart-to-heart conversation about it. And so for me, that's key. Number one is having that conversation. Now, once they have that conversation, key number 2 is, making sure you understand, okay, that, that you understand and and you are willing to do what it is that they need and what they want and what they're asking.
Right.
And then number 3 is you got to execute it.
Right.
You got to do it. If she's saying she wants you, that means she wants your time. She wants your attention. She wants your focus to be on the 2 of you and on her. Whether that may be more date nights, maybe it's more trips together, maybe it's more time with the family, maybe it's sitting down to dinner together, a couple of times a week. Whatever that may be, she wants you in her space.
Right. And it's funny. That's why we started this Pillow Talk Lounge, because Cynthia and I have Pillow Talk. That's a time when, say you retire to your bedroom. That's a time when we talk about what we may need, what we may want, how we're feeling. That's why we started this, to talk about Pillow Talk. Do all y'all out there have Pillow Talk? Do y'all talk?
Yeah, do y'all have Pillow Talk? Yeah, post in the comments. Let us know, yes or no. Do you have Pillow Talk?
Do you talk about issues?
And I just want to say this too. Pillow Talk is not always in the bed on the pillow.
Exactly.
You could be sitting on the couch.
You could be
be across the dinner table.
Right.
But are you having Pillow Talk? Are you talking about how you feel, what you need, what you want, asking each other questions, checking in with one another? Really, to me, Pillow Talk is about checking in with one another.
And when we say checking in, not just, baby, I just want to check in. You good? I'm good. You good? I'm good. And that's the end of it. No, there's more to it than that. Are you good? What makes you good? What am I doing that makes you good? If you're good, tell me why you're good. Tell me why you're fulfilled.
I can tell you why.
Tell me why you're fulfilled. Tell me why you're happy. Tell me, what am I doing right? Do I need to do anything more? Don't just say I'm good. If you're good, why are you good? What am I doing that's right?
And did you want to?
Do you want me to continue?
What you're doing not good too?
Right.
Okay.
Tell me what I'm not doing good. Because if you don't tell them what you're not doing good, and that not goodness, all right, I'm making up a word.
No, goodness is a good word.
Not goodness.
Not goodness.
And it continue not to be good, and you continue not to tell that person, where does that lead? And that's why
discontentment, discouragement, frustration.
Because, like I always say, expectations lead to disappointments. When you're expecting something and you don't get it, and you don't let that person know that here's what I'm expecting, and you're not giving it to me, it leads to disappointments. And disappointment can lead to resentment. And now you're angry.
But I do want to make this caveat. I do want to say this too. Your spouse is not there to make you happy. Your spouse is not there to fulfill all your needs. Your spouse is not there to make your life what it's supposed to be. That is only something that God can do. See, if you're not happy, first of all, in alignment with God, and then if you're not happy with yourself and you're looking for all this stuff from your spouse and you don't get it, and now you're just sad and disappointed and discouraged and ready to walk away from a marriage, that's not the way it's supposed to be. You got to get fulfillment first from your spiritual self, and then you got to get it from your personal self. And then you go get those things from your spouse that God gave that spouse to you to fulfill.
Right. And it's funny you said that, because I was talking to a pastor yesterday when Cynthia and I were out. And, he's a pastor of a church, and he was talking to a marriage ministry. He says, he tells couples, look in the mirror. What do you see? I bet you if you look in the mirror, you can see some things that you need to work on you. You need to work on the inside before you can give it to others.
Oh, that might be our theme for Couples Fest next year. Something about looking in the mirror. I think I'll give everybody a mirror, because we're always looking at our spouse about on why our marriage is so
But have
wrong.
you looked at yourself?
Right. What are you doing that's great? What are you doing to make the marriage amazing? What are you doing to be a better person?
And I bet you if you look in the mirror, you can probably find some things that you need to work on to be a better you, so you can be a better spouse.
Right. Because even though I'll ask my husband, is there anything that I can do, or is there anything I need to do better? He'll say, no, you're doing great, or something, whatever he might say. But then I would do little things like, he was working in the yard the other day and I was cooking dinner, and I could have just said, you know what, I'm cooking dinner. I'm not going out working in the yard. But because he needed help, I turned off the stove, stopped working, and went outside and helped him in the yard so that he wouldn't have to do it all by himself and he wouldn't be out there for another 4 hours by himself. And we got it done, y'all. We got it done. And so I just did that out of the goodness of my heart. But he would have probably been okay because I was in there cooking dinner, which would have been ready when he came in the house.
And see, and that's why I go back to Couple Fest being important, because we have people coming in now that will tell you some things you can incorporate in your marriage or in your relationship. Some things you may need to do to make it stronger. Some things that you could use to build on. Mm-hmm. Because we always say you should always be growing. And when I talk about growing, I'm talking about growing together. Because if you're not growing together, then what are you doing? Growing apart? Mm-hmm. You don't want to grow apart. You want to grow together. Because we always talk about one spouse could be here and one could be here. You both need to be here growing together.
That's right.
So you need to meet me where I am. And how do you do that? To talk about where you are. And all right, let me get to where you are so we can do this together.
That's right. So we don't want to stay on long. We've been trying to do 30-minute shows. Next weekend, y'all, we got a lot of guests coming on. Guests that are going to be speakers at our conference, entertainers at our conference. We probably have a couple of our vendors on next weekend.
And if we have some of the speakers on, we'll try to have them just drop maybe a little nugget of what it's going to be about.
Talk about.
Right.
Yeah, y'all. So I'm telling y'all, Couples Fest is going to be so amazing. I'm not just saying that because we're the host. I'm saying that because we put people on the stage that we think will truly make an impact in couples' lives. Right. We put people on the stage who've made an impact in our lives. Exactly. This year, every couple who is speaking are couples that we look up to, that we know talk about marriage, have a passion for marriage.
And have a great marriage.
And so, we don't do anything half-stepping. We try to do it, with class and style.
And the key is that we're not saying over all the years, everything's been great. Everybody runs into issues. Mm-hmm. And maybe they may talk about an issue they had and how they overcame it to help you.
Yeah, everybody's had some kind of hiccup in their marriage, in their relationship, in their home, in their life. And all of these pastors have, and they talk about it. But they found a way to work it out, and they've been together for years. Okay, so come out and hear their stories. Hear what's going on.
And this is a great weekend to get your tickets because being our anniversary weekend, there's a discount.
Yeah, we're giving some special discounted tickets this weekend, plus a bonus where if you get your tickets this weekend, we're going to give you a free coaching session with us, and we're going to give you an invitation to our private after party. So, we want you to be there, but we also want to give you some extra things that you may need in your marriage, because you're going to get a chance to network and be around other couples, but maybe you just want to have a one-on-one with us just to talk out something that's going on with you, because sometimes we do need a third party, a mediator,
just to listen. Even if they don't say anything into your marriage, sometimes you just need somebody else to be there, just to listen, to listen to each side.
Or you can get the coaching session just to have a chat with us, get to know us better. We get to know you better after the conference. And see if you need anything. Yeah, absolutely. So, go over to couplesfestexpo.com, couplesfestexpo.com. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and get your tickets. You guys don't miss out on getting them at a discounted rate this weekend. I had a couple of people tell me, Cynthia, you shouldn't have discounted your tickets. You should have just gave people a bonus, but don't discount your tickets. But, it's our anniversary. We are givers. We're philanthropists. We don't mind sharing.
Right.
So, we just wanted to do something special for you guys. So hopefully you'll go ahead and go. Oh, and I want to tell you too, even when you get your tickets, even though they're discounted, there's still a special payment plan program that you will see when you get to the checkout. So when you get to checkout, you can just pay for your tickets, or you can do the payment plan program. So that's an extra bonus. And another thing I want to share with y'all, this year we do have childcare. So if you have small children at home or young, preteen or something, and you don't want to leave them at home by themselves,
bring
them. They'll be right there in the hotel with our certified child care director. The director of our program will be the child care provider there. And then also what was I getting ready to say? We have a VIP. So if you get VIP tickets, we're having a special reception for you. You get to meet all of the other VIPs, our pastors, our speakers, our entertainment, our awardees. Oh, guys, and we're giving out awards this weekend too. I'm getting ready to post the people getting awards right after we get off this call. But I do want to tell you guys, so this year we're giving out 4 awards for couple of the year. Our first couple of the year is Dr. Willie and D. Jolly. Yes, Dr. Willie Jolly. It has a #1 motivational radio station on Sirius XM. And then we're giving out to Dr. Kathy, Ali and Dr. Kathy Muhammad. Their story is phenomenal because they're a blended family. They've made an amazing blended family with their 5 children, to where the kids totally support each other in everything, and they always doing things for one another. And then our third couple is Mark Clark and Allison Seymour. So they are both news media people. They used to have a relationship segment on WHUR 96.3. 96.3 or 6.1. Okay.
96.3.
Yes. And now and she used to be on Fox 5 News, and she's on
I don't know where she's on.
Another station now. I'll have to get that in my memory. And Mark Clark is on the news, on the radio. And then our fourth couple is Mel Johnson. Oh gosh, I can't think of Mel's husband's first name. I'm so sorry. They are just really doing a thing and feeding the hungry and the homeless here in Maryland, especially in Prince George's County. And so all of them will be at the conference and to receive their awards. And so we're excited about that. And I'm going to post their pictures, in just a moment, as soon as I get off this show. But we want to thank you guys for joining us this morning. Remember to hit that share button, because somebody needs to be at this conference, and somebody needs to use the example of what's going on with Judge Mathis and his wife to help that. It will help them in their marriage. So hit the share button, share with us your thoughts on what you think Judge Mathis can do to get his wife back. All right. We appreciate you guys for being here. And remember, if you build it, it will last.
We'll see you next time.
God bless you guys.